Hello crafty friends. Boy, what a fun day we've been having. I really hope you guys enjoyed all of the presentations. I am Heidi Long and I live in Vancouver, Washington. I'm going to show you the On the New Horizons bundle. This is in the Occasions catalog, January through June, and let me tell you, this is one of my favorite suites. The rainbow stamp set is my first. This is my favorite suite. So I really am excited to show you what I'm going to demonstrate. So everybody has looked at the catalog. I hope you have. If you haven't, I want you to go through the catalog. This is so great. So I'm going to be showing you a frame. This is a home decor piece. This is straight out of the Occasions catalog. What I wanted to do was just show you that you could actually make this. And it's not that hard. I honestly had a completely different project ready for you guys. And then last night, I decided, you know what, I really wanted to show something that I was wanting to know how to make. And I thought you would want to probably learn that too. So I went ahead and did a little checking things out, got some measurements, and I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys, okay? Are you ready? Okay, let me just flip my camera down. Hold, please. Okay. We're still going. Okay. I hope I'm doing this right. It's a little bumpy, but I'm still here, guys. Don't leave yet. Wow, it's very bumpy. It's not what I had in mind, but stay with me. I promise it'll be worth your wait. Okay, so you should be able to see my table and the frame that we're gonna make. All right. So this is, like I said, straight out of the catalog. So those of you who have a catalog close to you, this is on page 42 of the Occasions catalog. I'm going to show you. There's a lot of beautiful things in here in this suite, and honestly, I'm using the whole thing for you guys today. I'm going to show you how to die cut these amazing dies. I'm going to show you these pebble enamel shapes. They're amazing. And I'm also going to show you a little bit of that cotton ribbon that they used. We're going to make the frame. We're also going to do a little embossing and masking when I emboss. We're also going to use this fabulous DSP. So designer series paper. All right, this paper is amazing. There's so many things that you can do with this. All right, so all that said, I'm going to go ahead and bring the frame in. This frame is actually paper. That's right. So I have a tutorial. It's got all the dimensions and everything that you're gonna need to do. You do need to have the stamp set and the matching dies if you would like to make this frame. So the stamp set is on the horizon and here are the matching dies. You could, however, use anything you want to make this frame. You could use the tulips and the coordinating dies. You could do the windmill set. What about the Hey Sports Fan? Another one of my favorites is the oceanfront stamp set. So, like I said, there's so many different things you can make with this. What I'm gonna do is take a sheet of 12 by 12. This is from the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. All right. So there's all beautiful colors of the wood grain background. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same color I did. I think they probably used the darker shade with this one, but my personal choice, I wanted to use the lighter frame. And again, the Designer Series paper is two-sided. Look at that, isn't that amazing? Little cloth background. The thing that you're gonna need to use with this is your Simply Scoring tool. This is a must. You really, wanna have that. So we're gonna show this. This is a handy tool when you're going to be making big items, larger items. Also, if you've noticed the tutorial, I have everything printed, or not printed, I have everything, pictures on there to show you. So this is going to be the 12 by 12 cardstock, or cardstock or designer series paper. I've got all the instructions on here, okay? Cutting everything. First off, you're going to place the side that you want presentation facing you. You're going to face that down. So we're going to go to the opposite side. It doesn't matter which way you fold it because you are going to be scoring it. We are going to start folding at 1/2 inch, and I like to use the smaller scoring tool on here. We're going to score at 1. We're going to score at 2, or sorry, 1.5, 2. Okay, we're going to turn all the way down. Whoops. Don't press too hard on this. So the cardstock, you could press a little heavier, have a heavier hand, but on this, you really kind of, you want to press, but you don't want to be too aggressive on it because it will tear your paper, and you don't want to do that. You want to create the most beautiful frame. Making sure I have everything in here. Now, one of the fun features of this scoring tool is that it has these little tiny, I don't know, little pointer things. So what I'm gonna do, just to show you, I'm gonna place one at 2.5. I'm also gonna place one at 9.5. So what I'm gonna do on the top side, I'm just gonna score, you're gonna find your first fold. I'm gonna score down at 2.5 to my 1-inch score line and stop. Do the same, 9.5. We're gonna flip 180 and we're gonna do the same thing. Whoops. Whoops is okay. All right, now you can go ahead and put this aside, your scoring tool aside. All right, so you can flip that over and it's still, you can kind of see some score lines in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut that, and I'm just gonna use some paper snips. I have 2 different kinds of paper snips. I have my paper cutting ones, and then I have my ribbon ones. So we're gonna just take those out. I'm gonna cut out all 4 corners. Whoops. It's okay if it's not exactly perfect. It's hard to be perfect when you're on live video. All right, just cut those puppies out. Make sure they're a little straight. All right. I have been so excited about our Stampathon because we just want to show you guys some fun stuff because it's just fun to be creative and share. And we have so many demonstrators from all over the states, you guys. Oh my gosh. I know we have Texas, I believe, was that Maryland? We have, I believe Montana. I can't remember everybody's states, but of course we have Oregon, we have Washington, whoop, whoop. So it's just nice to have our East Coast and West Coast sisters, stamping sisters, get together. The best thing about being a demonstrator is that you get to meet so many amazing ladies. Let me get this out so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I've cut out my 4 corners. Now on those 2 sides, top and bottom, we're just gonna cut out down that little score line that I did. Now when you're doing yours, you will be able to see it. It's on video, it's a little hard to see, okay? I know it is because I'm noticing online that it's a little difficult to see with the sun. Now, remember, or the shading in my kitchen, turn it 180. You're gonna go ahead and cut all the way down to that, not all the way down, it's not a lot, to that 1-inch score line. Did anybody realize that this was actually a paper frame when you looked in the catalog? I was talking to Lisa and I think she thought it was real. So now what you're gonna do is just give that little tiny angle. And that's gonna give your close, that's gonna help when you fold. It's really gonna be a nice, and I am left-handed, so if you guys are following along and you guys have a different way to cut, you cut your own way. You do that. You do it any way you like. Okay, as long as you've got those angled edges. Look at all this over here. All right. How do you like that? Pretty darn close. All right. The next most important thing that you need to have, well, besides adhesive, is your bone folder. All right, my bone folder has a lot of love to it. I got this when Stampin' Up! Came out with that. So a little bit about me. I have been a demonstrator, well, gosh, I've been making Stampin' Up! Since when my son was born, 1998, and signed up in 2001. So I've been doing it a long time. Did stop because I did go to, you know, nursing school, but then I just signed right back up again. That's the best thing about Stampin' Up! Is they're so forgiving. You can take a little bit of you time, which is nice. So you're gonna just keep folding these in. You know what? I think I am doing the wrong way. So wait, hold please. And I am also a mom of 2 adult children who are 24 and 27. And I've been married almost 28 years to my amazing hubby. Okay, are you guys following me? All right, so it is Pacific Standard Time here. What I'm gonna do is fold in my non-marked edges, okay? You are going to, let's flip this over. We're just gonna do a little bit of glue. You guys, there's no right or wrong to this. You could use any adhesive you want. I'm gonna use my multi-purpose glue, just like that, okay? You're gonna flip it back over and you're gonna fold these in your bottom, okay? You're also gonna take, once you're holding that in with your opposite hand, give a little bit of adhesive right, just a little bit where you made those marks with your diagonal line there. Okay, that looks good. I think that's gonna stay in place nicely. You're just gonna fold again, creating that inside of the box. Now I have seen this with people using, this is a 1/2 inch. You could also do a 3/4 inch. So what it would do is just make your box a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, are you ready for the magic, you guys? Watch this. So that liquid glue is just gonna hold. I'm just gonna hold this just for a second. Oh gosh, I'm all over to the side of my video. All right, can you see that? Okay. That's good. Now, we're gonna do the other side. And go ahead and fold in. Just create that fold. It actually kind of goes on its own because you've used that scoring tool, so it comes together nicely. And just hold. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good, if I say so myself. All right. Now you're gonna cut a piece of white, basic white cardstock. You're gonna cut that, 7 inches by 7 inches. And I have all that over here, pre-cut, ready to roll. Somewhere. Right here. All right, so on my first frame, I put the white, basic white in there. On this one, I'm not gonna do that. I want to showcase the opposite side of that designer series paper, okay? So I'm gonna set that aside. You don't need that right now. It's gonna be happy just drying. So the next thing you're gonna do is get out your die cuts. We're gonna use the grass, the trees, the fence. We're also going to use a little, the wood background shape. We're gonna stamp that onto basic white, or I'm sorry, onto crumb cake. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and do a little stamping first using the crumb cake. Okay, see how that gave that nice tone on tone color? And that's all the stamping we're gonna do right now. We'll wait to do some others later. Go ahead and get your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out. Now you could use the big one, you could use the mini one. I have the big one handy. Make sure you guys can see this. So take out your top plate. Let's go ahead and get that wood piece going. I love this, it's so pretty. Well, wood, not pretty, but it just looks really weathered and perfect. I love it. Okay, you don't have to spend that much time as I am. I'm kind of a perfectionist. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the trees and the grass. And you could do this all together. I'm going to do it a little separate. There we go. All right, and then you're just going to hold and roll. Roll and roll and roll. All right. So we're going to do that. We're also going to do that with the fence. And from the magic of TV, I've already got it done. Okay, now here's my trees. Here's my wood. And it's nice and dry. So once it dries, it's nice. It gets really nice. So you're going to need the 2 pieces of grass. Another option that you could do is run that. You could run, heck, you could run all of it, but you could run it through your birch tree embossing folder. I did that with the white, and it gives like a nice textured image. And this is what it's gonna look like. So you can see that. So I didn't have this listed in the supplies because I'm really, on my beginning one, I didn't show it, but this is just an option. You do not have to do that. It's just a little bit extra. Okay, so let's go ahead and set these pieces aside. We're gonna do a little more stamping. We're also gonna do a little embossing. How's my time? 18 minutes. All right, let's go ahead. Pale papaya, and these are just scraps. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just get those out and get ready for some embossing. I chose the white Stampin' Emboss powder. We have a set now. It includes 4 colors. And let's go ahead. We're gonna stamp relax and enjoy your day. I'm gonna use a Post-it pad. What I'm doing is I'm going to mask. So I want to mask my relax word because I don't want that to show. Now, if you notice, there's a little bit of the X that kind of comes down. you're gonna wanna do that one part 2. So as long as you've got a little bit of sticky, it's gonna go just fine. There. All right, so this one is going to be embossed using white, or using the, we're gonna do the Versamark, and then we're just gonna stamp on here. And enjoy your day. I think I came a little bit too close. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Of course, everything happens when you're live. I want you guys, I wonder, what are your most favorite projects that you guys have seen today? Show me, tell me. Post in here and let me know what you guys liked. All right, try that again. Well, let's do this again. Part of the Y is not showing up. And that's perfectly fine, because what we're gonna do is just fix it till we get it. So you guys know this is exactly what happens in real life. So I'm just gonna use my thumb and actually do that. I'm cheating. All right, I'm happy with that. Now let's take a new piece of the masking. You guys are learning a lot of techniques. I hope I'm teaching you some new things. All right, so we're gonna use that sticky side, and we just really need to mask that word now. I'm gonna go ahead and clean with my chamois. If you guys don't have the chamois, oh, you need to get this. Okay, back in the day, my sister-in-law, Susan, who is watching, hi sister, we used baby wipes galore. We really did. We're the baby wipe queens, because that's what we had. Our kids were a little, well, Susan's were a little older, but we used that to clean with, and it would leave lint on everything. Oh gosh, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. Okay, I'm chatting too much, but I want to make sure that we get all this on here. Okay, I can see it. All right. And so now, finally, they have some really nice stuff that we can use for our projects. We don't have to use baby wipes. Look at that. Can you see that? I'll show you. All right. And this is Pale Papaya cardstock. They used a pink color on the one in the catalog. Okay. I don't like that, but what I'm gonna do is take my I don't like that at all. We're just gonna do this again. I'm so sorry. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna do something completely different. And if you guys had a brush, we could totally do this too. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you a little something that you can do when you're live and you make a mistake. Why not? All right, you gotta have a steady hand for this. Holy moly macaroni. All right, I think I did it. I'm happy with it. All right, now pour all this good contents of your embossing powder back into the jar. This will last you a very long time, probably a lifetime. All right, now clean that stamp off. Now, that's the Versamark that I used. I'm gonna leave these here so you can see them. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my embossing tool over my heat setting tool, and we are just gonna emboss. And remember, if you do make a mistake, there are two sides to a sheet of paper. You flip it over. And we're just gonna heat set that. Thanks for staying with me. Oh my goodness gracious, we're on 24 minutes. So, we'll just quickly do this. See how that beautiful ink just comes up? Look at that. It's wonderful. It's dry. It's perfect. All right. So, of course, I've already got that cut out. And we will be using that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to use that for the frame, the frame, and we can just go ahead, keep this close to us, okay? What I want to do now is take my bone folder. See how much I use that bone folder? I'm just going to curl my fences. I didn't see that they had done this in the catalog, but I like the 3D effect on there, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I included a picture, so I hope that it shows that. So we're just going to give that little bend in the fence, okay? Now I'm going to use my foam adhesive strips. I've had these for years. If anybody remembers when these first came out, that's when I got them, and I still have all that left. So you're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of this to your fence using your scissors that you don't use on ribbon, okay? Remember that. Don't ruin your good scissors. I will say that I love my paper snips. They are the best. Or if you have those old rubber, back in the day, we had the wood blocks and we had rubber cutting scissors. I still have mine. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and put some of this on the back of it. Wish you could hear my music in the background. I've got some really groovy 70s music going on. That's my jive. That's my jive. Anytime I do a Facebook Live, it just gives me that little extra energy to keep going. Now I'm gonna not put it on the very last one because I think it's gonna show. Yeah, it's gonna show just a bit. So let's do it right here. Perfect. As long as you can get it in there where it's not gonna show. All right. We're just gonna do a little bit of the embossing, Stampin' Dimensionals as well. I'm gonna use the mini, if I could find them. And let's go ahead and put a little bit behind the tree. All right. And then I'm gonna just put a little bit here. Let's use this one, a little bit behind that tiny edge. You could just glue this right down. It would be absolutely fine. For the trees, I really wanted them to pop out. Just some of that multi-purpose glue there. And then let's go ahead and lay this down. So we're gonna put this to the left middle side of the paper. If you notice, there is a nice little meadow on here. So it kind of looks like you're looking into the meadow, right? Go ahead and line those trees up onto that meadow. There you go. Okay, that looks good to me. And the glue will just go ahead and adhere. Maybe I didn't get enough on that little piece. Okay. A little bit on there. Now we're gonna go ahead and place our fence down. I'm gonna start over here. You could just do this any way you like. Remember, give a little bit of fold in that fence. So it gives that 3D look. That little rickety fence we got here. Now for real fun, you could take your crumb cake pad and you could just open it and just kind of slide it across it. That would really be nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this over here. I'm actually gonna move this just a tad. There. Okay, do you see how that's got that 3D look? See that? All right. Let's also take the bone folder and we're just gonna kind of curl some of that grass out, give it a little wisp. Okay. And we're just gonna simply glue these pieces down. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of that multi-purpose glue so it stays. There we go. Maybe down here too. Okay, there's really no rhyme or reason. You just wanna tuck it wherever you want to. And see, I'm moving stuff around. Make sure it's just kind of peeking out behind that or in front of that fence. Just like that. Okay, now this piece, I'm just gonna go ahead and just trim it so it kind of looks a little natural. That's the fun thing about this. There's no rhyme or reason. You just can do whatever you like. Okay, we're getting close to time here, ladies. So, oh my gosh, we're at 31 minutes. Okay, I don't want to take too much of your time. We are on the home stretch, okay? Don't leave. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just pop some of this up with my foam adhesive strips and put some here and get a little bit behind my relax. Okay, I love this word, relax and enjoy your day, because you know, some of us don't really do that so much. Now in the picture on the book, they, like I said, they used a different color for the words relax, but they also use that cotton ribbon. So I'm gonna try twine. Let's go ahead and just give a little notch on that. There we go. So now I'm just gonna take my seal, stamp and seal, put some on here. And what I'm gonna do is take some linen thread. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit, and let's start creating a loose loop. Loose loop, say that fast. Loose loop. So you're just gonna create that circle around there, okay? And just keep going. It can be any way you like it. Okay. I'm almost done. So let's do in threes, okay? Odd numbers always look better. Am I making you guys dizzy? So it's kind of like a nice old rope coming out, right? And then you'll just snip that. This one just wants to do something on a line on its own. We're just gonna make it go. There we go, done. And use my snips for that. Let's go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of this. And we are almost done, guys. Ladies, thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that you guys are here with us. We're just gonna place this up here in the corner, just like that. Okay, one of our little things didn't make it, but that's okay. I just wanna get this finished for you. And then let's also add our birds. So there are upside down and right side up. So when you stamp your birds, if you do choose to make this, make sure you just stamp that. I'm using stamp right side up. I'm using the Tuxedo Black Memento. There we go. You could also do another extra birds if you liked. The last thing is I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere this down. I'm not gonna do any anything crazy, just like that. On this paper, I want you to know all the back sides of this paper, you can do so much with it. All right, and there we go. What do you think? Do you like, I want to see your comments. Do you like the white background, or do you like the opposite side of the designer series paper with that image, the fabric? Okay, let me know. I would love to know. I've got a couple other things I'm going to show you. At Target, I bought a $3 frame, and this is what I was going to demo, but I changed my mind and made the frame instead. So this is just that tucked inside the frame, and I used some of those pebble enamel gems, which I didn't place. That's at the Target for $3. Let's go ahead and add some gems with your, take your pick tool to finish this off. There's so many fun different colors on here that you can just build anything you want with it. I'm gonna add a little gray one up here or down there. Okay, let's do a long one here. Hope you guys can see me doing this because my fingers are probably in the way. Love how these they look real, don't they? And then let's do a long one down there. There we go. And there's my finished frame. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see what you guys create with this. Fabulous on the horizons, matching DSP, and stamp set. All right, ladies, thanks so much for joining our celebration. Bye-bye.